Andy, you mentioned before how the left under Biden refused to kind of acknowledge what has been going on in Portland and other places. Just have a listen here to Jen Psaki, who's the new press secretary, Joe Biden's press secretary. She's asked specifically to comment on the situation of Antifa in Portland, but she evades it. And notice how she tries to suggest that all the violence and riots in America now are simply due to what happened 2 weeks ago on Capitol Hill. Have a listen, Andy.
Does the president have any comment on the ongoing violence in Oregon and Washington state that we've seen in recent days?
Well, certainly we had our team on the ground, our national security team, even before 12:01, early in the morning on Inauguration Day, because we wanted to be able to monitor events happening across the country and any unrest that was resulting from the last couple of weeks.
So, Andy, your thoughts on that?
So the Capitol had thousands of troops pour in to protect the Capitol building because there was a fear that Trump supporters would not allow the peaceful transfer of power to happen. The troops should have been sent to Portland and Seattle because on Inauguration Day there were multiple riots. There were 15 arrests in Portland alone, and others backgrounds that I looked into, around half of them are people who were arrested and released and how their charges dropped last year. So this is a nightmare version of Groundhog Day.
Rita?
Well, what happened during that summer of rioting? We saw a lot of businesses burned down and people bashed, but were federal facilities also attacked? Could there be some comparisons you could make with the riots at the Capitol, and was the response in any way similar?
Yeah, so everything that the rioters did at the Capitol Hill siege, they did in Portland and worse on federal property. So the federal courthouse in downtown was the site of weeks and weeks of nightly attempts to burn it down. With my own eyes, I saw people come with explosives, they came with knives, they came with electric power tools to try to cut into the building. They tried to barricade the federal officers inside there so they could burn down and kill them. This was open terrorism that was happening, and the response from Democrat politicians at the time and local elected officials, they described those federal officers as Trump's Gestapo and secret police.
James?
Yep.
So what then is the political program of Antifa? I mean, we know that it's very, very violent, that they target anybody who they perceive to be on the right, and they also target government buildings. What do they want? What is their goal? What do they want to happen? Or is it just simply they want chaos and violence?
The end goal is to abolish the United States, to overthrow the U.S. government. So they should be treated as an anti-government domestic terrorist movement, organization, ideology, and currently they've been given cover in the mainstream press, in academia, in every institution in America, because people don't understand the ideology. When you look at their literature, they're calling for the destabilization of local governments, and to some effect, they've had a lot of power in the Pacific Northwest. You need to remind people who are watching that last year, Antifa and BLM actually seized territory in Seattle, Washington for more than 3 weeks, and it led to multiple homicides and shootings.
Well, Andy Ngo, it's always great to chat to you. Keep safe. You're an extremely brave individual. Where can people buy your book, Unmasked?
It's on Amazon and wherever books are sold.
Wherever books are sold. Fantastic. Okay. Well, we'll put it up on the screen. Here it is. So I urge Outsiders viewers who are big fans of yours to go out and buy the book Unmasked. Support Andy in the terrific work he does. One of the bravest individuals I certainly know. Andy Ngo, thanks so much for coming on Outsiders again, and we look forward to speaking to you in the coming weeks and months.
Thank you.